And now some pre-book haul math. Romance plus fantasy equals romantasy, while paranormal plus romance equals paromance. Roman normal. Paranormance. Paranormance. Parorance and normal. Peener. Oh, it's an acronym. PNR. Oh, paranormal romance. Oh, that makes more sense. Hi, my name's Bea. Welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance, Romantasy, and Peener Romance. Paranormal. But I didn't say that. It's kind of loud in here. You must have misheard me. Hey everybody, welcome to my fantasy and paranormal romance book haul. I am so excited to be here in my studio. I'm still trying to figure out the lighting, so I apologize in advance. You may have already seen my fantasy and paranormal romance bookshelf organization videos, and now it's time to add to the stack. I'm so excited to bring these to you today. Let's start with some historical paranormal romance. This is Time Swept Brides. It's an anthology written by some powerhouses. Ballads penned in moonlight, vows whispered on the wind, lovers drawn through time and down the aisle. I got this one thanks to Amina. She gave me a gift card for Amazon and she said, one of the things you need to get, because this was not on my wish list, she's like, you need to get Fantasy Lover. This is one of her favorites. I've heard fabulous things about this series. This is actually book one of the Hunter Legends, which I love having a first in a series. That hardly ever happens. Apparently he's an ancient Greek god who's been trapped in hell for centuries. He only gets a reprieve whenever a woman summons him via spell, and then he spends a month with her for her. Then he has to go back, and unfortunately whatever woman has summoned him then loses her own sanity. So it's a race against time for both of them to figure out how they can stay together, because I'm assuming they're falling in love. It's a race against time, and it's man against the gods. I love a good vintage cover. We have that in spades with Dara Joy's Night of a Trillion Stars. That's a lot of stars. Look at this gorgeous cover, folks. Oh my gosh. I love the dress. I love the jewelry. I love the hair. Talking about both of them there on that last one. And clearly he's let himself go. Believe it or not, this is another first in a series. I can't believe I have another first. This is the Matrix of Destiny series. Our gal gets home from her commute in Boston only to find an alien in her living room. He says he's from beyond the stars, this guy named Lorgan or Lorgen. I'm not really sure, but she gets thoroughly convinced and thoroughly ravished. I'm here for it. Hold on to your hats, guys. I got another first in a series, the Marlowe series by Elizabeth Boyle. This is His Mistress by Morning. This one has a step back on the back. One of my personal faves. Something's going on there. It doesn't look quite right. You know why? Because of a wish. She finds herself a spinster. How could it be worse? She has no money. She has no dowry. She makes a wish one night that she could end up with the love of her life, even though he doesn't know she exists. Then she wakes up the next morning in his bed. Only he's not this buttoned up guy that she's always known. He's a rake, and she is a mistress. London's most infamous mistress at that. She spends her days shopping and her nights in his bed with all the passion that you can imagine. But what happens when the wish runs out? It sounds so good. Update. I shared this step back the other day on Instagram, and then something terrible happened. That neighborhood dog that dug a hole in our carpet came back and did this. Buddy, you're so sweet. Do you know who chewed the book? I know you didn't do it. Was it another dog? No, you weren't going to tell me. Okay. Oh, it's time for belly rubs. Guess what I finally got? Book 2 of Immortals After Dark. No Rest for the Wicked. I am so excited to have virtually many. I mean, it's like 19 books, so I don't have all of them. But having book 2 was one of the few that I didn't have in the earlier half of the series. It's all about paranormal characters. They're different species, and they all get together in different ways in every book. This is a terrible, terrible explanation. This one's a vampire soldier and a Valkyrie. Is that better? I love this. Tammy Faulkner, a lady and her magic, but notice the tagline, only a fool would get between a lady and her magic. She's actually from a magical land. So this is her first season, her first experience in London society. She falls for a real regular duke, and her magic and his chemistry, it's a powder keg. It sounds like a crazy time and a lot of fun. So this is book 3 of Kristen Callahan's Darkest London series. I mentioned it in my book shelving video the other day that I adore Kristen Callahan's contemporary works. So I was very excited to get Moonglow, which is book 2. Now I have book 3, which is all about a woman who has magic. Her husband has no idea. And then one day he's attacked by a werewolf. She uses her magic to save him. And unfortunately, it breaks his trust in her. He's left somewhat disfigured, and now he is out to battle in the streets of London at night. The two of them are hoping to reconcile, but there are nefarious forces out there that may keep it from happening. I can't wait to get into this series. I'm so excited about this book, Love and Other Conspiracies. I've heard so many good things about this from you guys. I haven't had the pleasure yet, but I am going to be having Mallory Marlowe on my channel live for the Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun just because it's Halloween reading sprints with friends on my channel. I can't believe she's going to be joining us, and she'll be talking a little bit about her book as well, which is about a man who has a podcast all about cryptids, which are creatures that are believed to potentially be real but haven't been scientifically proven. And then we've got our gal here. She wants to take him from a podcast legend to having his own hit online show, but unfortunately has no screen presence whatsoever. So she jumps in to help him out, and the two of them then, with their fabulous chemistry, embark on this wild adventure together, producing this show, looking for cryptids, and finding love along the way. It sounds fantastic. Oh, I was so excited to support Liz Paffel by buying this off of her website. This is part of the Shattered Galaxy series, which is a series done by different authors, all about alien romance, as you could probably tell by this point. I read Liz Paffel's, one of her Bear Shifter romances and one of her holiday alien romances. I found them both to be incredibly charming, full of heart. They're also spicy. I just really enjoyed them. This one looked so cute. I had to grab it. We have a woman who's into cosplay, as in she dresses up as a hit character from a show, I believe. She's Lady Assassin Crunch, but not really. She's actually a pharmacist in North Dakota, but she makes her life more interesting by being part of these role play games and going to these conventions. And then one day at a convention, she gets sucked through a portal and right into the wedding of our hero here. He believes that she's supposed to be his fated mate. So not only is she navigating the romance going on between the two of them, but she now has a major enemy in his former bride-to-be. So it sounds all kinds of interesting. I can't wait to read this. It looks pretty slim. Yeah, it's fewer than 150 pages. So good times. Gonna put my alien romances together. Paffel. Oh, this is tricky. So you may remember when I was doing my shelving video the other day, which I continue to harp on, we had 3 Cousins O'Dwyer books, and it drove me crazy because the middle one is a different size than the other 2, which is just crazy. And then also, what's so special about these 2, I believe it's called Beveled Edges. We've got those on the 1st and the 3rd, but this one is just regular. Guess what? At a library sale for 50 cents, I got the Larger Shadow Spell book, and it's got the beveled edges. So now I am thrilled to announce, yes, I'm announcing it. I have the same size for all 3 of these. You guys have told me how good the Cousins O'Dwyer books are. It's about witches. It goes into the history and then present day as well. I need to read these. I have never read Nora Roberts. Can you believe it? And I feel like this is a great place to start. I got goosebumps when I read the end of this summary. The House in the Cerulean Sea is an enchanting love story masterfully told about the profound experience of discovering an unlikely family in an unexpected place and realizing that family is yours. Our hero, Linus Baker, who is tasked with heading to an island to see if 6 magical children are so dangerous that they could bring about the end times. So he is investigating and then falls for, I believe, everyone on the island. Sounds incredible. incredible. I've heard fabulous things. I know Tara of Tara Talks Books said that she really, really enjoyed this. So when I was able to grab this for $1 at a library sale, I took that chance. So excited to have this in my collection. So thrilled to finally have my whole set completed. The Ghosted series by Sarah ready. I adore these so very much. I need to do a short about them at some point soon. We see these same characters over and over again in the series. Highly recommend. The first book, Ghosted, which has Daniel, he's a ghost, and Jillian, he's in her apartment, and they have to figure out why he's there and what to do about it, especially after they begin to fall for one another. Book 2, Switched, Henry and Serena, two people that have a one-night stand only to discover that they're working together. She is on a mission to be independent and a professional, so she pushes him away. They're actually working on an experiment together. These are two scientists. And in a lightning strike, they are put in one another's bodies. What a ride. What a way to learn empathy and to walk in someone else's shoes. Book 3, Fated. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is going to be one of my favorite reads of 2024. We have a woman who falls in love with a man in her dreams. But is it real? The setting of this is just top notch. And then the one that just came out on October 1st, Anna. Anna is Max's housekeeper, and one day she makes a wish that he would love her, and they wake up the following day married. That's really all I can say. When I filmed my fantasy video the other day, I talked about the fact that I was getting Ironling in the mail. It actually arrived later that day. Here it is. Look how gorgeous. Let's all just have a moment to go crazy over Hakon, our half-orc, half-human hero, and Ashlyn, our heroine. I think it's so beautiful. And because I special ordered this from S.E. Wendell's website, is this not incredible? Whenever I can with my very favorite authors, I try to support them. I don't buy books full price very often, but when I do, there's always a reason. I love that she wrote to me, B, thank you for everything. Enjoy, Sarah. I've had her on my channel twice, and I'm hopeful to do it again. I love interviewing her. Here we've got Wolf, the Wolfhound. I love this sticker. I also ordered 2 prints, which are just gorgeous. I love the way different artists can imagine Ashlyn and Hakon together. What a beautiful couple. What a beautiful story. Can't wait for the next book in the series. Look at these two together. I mean, come on. Maybe. No problem. They do belong down here. Could I do it sideways? No. Okay, I have a whole shelf up here that I'm not even using. We're gonna move them, and we're gonna do that now. By the way, I tried to find the last book in the same vein of all the rest of these, and the cheapest I could find it was $86. So the hunt continues. I'm not paying $86. No, thank you. And this is great too because I can show off some of my beautiful artwork by S.E. Wendell. But how cute would this look? Okay, I can live with this for now, I think. This just in, channel membership started on my channel today, which is October 18th, 2024. I already have 8 members and I couldn't wait one more moment to give you a shout out. If you have since joined my channel, don't you worry, I'm gonna be shouting you out very soon. I am beyond excited to have Esther T joining me as a beloved reader. Thank you, Esther T. I've got some honeybees to shout out from tier 2. Abby Jean, thank you, Abby Jean. And Cheryl, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Cheryl. well. And also Shannon, who I need to say something about. I heard that the other day, Shannon bumped into a childhood friend at a coffee shop who was basically her first love. Got a little interesting. Turns out he even dumped his girlfriend after he bumped into her. I think there's more going on. Now, this could also be the plot of Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I feel like this is what's going on with Shannon right now, right, Shannon? Thank you, Shannon, for joining my channel. I've also got some queen bees to talk about. Deborah over at Deborah's Midlife Library. Thank you so much, queen. Sarah Phelan at the Bookish Knitter. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you joined. I'm so excited. I need to join your channel too. Megan over at Megan's Book Nook, who, by the way, you won't believe this, I heard, she's been called a blue stocking, a wallflower, if you will. The other day, she needed to go into the city to present at this society, but she couldn't go by herself. So she had to find this alpha cinnamon roll hero to go with her. Now, the only way, of course, that they could do that without causing a ruckus was to fake an engagement. And then they go on this crazy road trip together, which of course includes one bed. Now, I feel like that's Megan, right? Or no, wait, is that A Week to Be Wicked by Tessa Dare? No, I think it's Megan. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank Sock of Bargain Counter Argument for joining my channel as another one of my queens. Sock, man, I gotta tell you, she works in an office, is what I heard. And she and this one guy, they do not get along at all. And it's really getting to her. Thankfully, she found this incredible letter in a library book one day, and it touched her so deeply that she actually wrote back and put it back in the library book. Now she's corresponding with this mystery man who's like the perfect man for her. But in a way, she's kind of wondering if she knows this guy somehow. Isn't that Sock, right? Or maybe that's the plot of Love Letters, the novella by Sarah Reddy that I enjoyed so much. No, I feel like it was Sock. Thank you to all of my members. We're gonna have a blast. Well, that was it. I don't know what the lighting's doing. I'm so sorry again. Thanks for hanging out with me. I look forward to seeing you next time when I do a book haul all about contemporary romances, which I still need to put on these shelves. It'll happen. It's all coming together. It's just taking a while. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoy whatever you're reading, whether it's paranormal fantasy or not. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.